today is for Otsego County. It's OTGOV-001-20. Deliver stone, sand, and gravel as specified. We have a number of bidders today. Our first bidder is Clark Companies. Okay. Not everything is bid here, so we're going to be skipping around, but we'll start at item 1. Yeah, the course, sub-base course per cubic yard. Yep. And item number 1, type 1 is $8, type 3 is $8, and type 4 is $8. Then we're going to do a lot of skipping, Terrence. No bids, no. No bid for the next section, no bid for section 620, no bid for 703. And we get to 703 way down to the, let me just see here to make sure. The 1B sand, screen gravel per yard. Yeah. That's $6.90. You got that? And nothing else at bid. So it's no bid on the rest. Our next bidder is Barrett, B-A-R-R-E-T-T, paving. For the first section is no bid. Second section, no bid. And we get down to section 620, bank and channel protection per ton. Item 620.03. I don't know if you listed the items or not, but okay, it's light stone filling per ton, $17. Medium stone filling, $18.50. Heavy stone filling, $22. The next section, aggregates per ton. We have the crushed stone per ton. Number 1 washed, $14.50. 1A, $16.50. Number 1, $14.50. Number 2, $14. Number 3, $14. 1B sand wash, $14.25. It's no bid on the crushed gravel per ton or screen gravel per ton for that section. The next section is aggregates per ton, section 703, crushed stone. 1 is $14.50, 1A $16.50, 1 $14.50, 2 $14.50, 3 $14. 1B sand, $14.25. 3/4 crusher run, $13. 1 1/4, $9.20. 1 1/2, $9.20. Road sand, no bid. Grit, no bid. And the next section, there's no bid for any of the items. And we go into when delivery is requested. Zero to 5 miles, 50 cents. 6 to 15, 40, 16 to 50, 35. Tandem dump truck per hour, 9.
Yards per mile or tons per
That was ton for miles. There's no bid for yards per mile. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. I was looking down, not over. So we get into tandem truck per hour, $95. The next one is $95. The trailer, $125. Dump, $125. Rock body trailer, $145 per hour. The next bidder is E&R Hopes, P-O-P-E-S, or apostrophe S, excuse me. Okay, start with the first item. Type 1, crushed stone, $8. The screen gravel, $5.50. Or how do you do that? You do them by the types here and then go to the next column? So you want me to read these columns first?
Yeah.
Okay. Type 1, $8. Type 3, $8. Type 4, $8. And the bid per cubic yard for the screen gravel, type 1, $5.50. Type 3, $5.50. Type 4, $5.50. The next section is no bid. The next section after that is no bid. So we get into section 7.3, aggregates per ton. For the crushed stone, there's no bid. We have bids for crushed gravel per ton. And for all items in that is $9. From 1ST to 1B is all $9. We get to the screen gravel per ton, and every item is $7. Our next item is aggregates per ton, 703. For the crushed stone, there is no bid. For the crushed gravel, the 1ST is $9, 1A $9, 1 $9, 2 $9, 3 $9, 1B $9, 3/4 crusher, 9, 1 1/4. Yeah, that doesn't line up quite. B. The 3/4 crusher is $7.50. I'm sorry. So the 1ST, 1A, 1, 2, and 3 are all $9. 1 1/4 is $7.50. 1 1/4 crusher run is $7.50. Road sand $3.50. Screen gravel, $7 for number 1, 1A 7, 1 7, 2 7, 3 7. For 1B sand, $7.50. Our next section, crushed stone, there's no bid. Crushed gravel, $13.50, $13.50, $13.50, $13.50, $13.50. The 1B sand is $10. 3/4 is 10. 1 1/4 10. 1 1/2 10. Road sand 10 and grit 10. For the screen gravel, it's $10.50, $10.50, $10.50, $10.50, $10.50, $10.50. For 3/4 crusher is $10. 1 1/4 10. 1.5, 10, road sand 10, and grit 10. Our last grouping is the delivery rates. For the ton per mile, there's no bid. For the yard per mile, 0 to 5, 80 cents. 6 to 15, 50 cents. 6 to 15, 40 cents. Tandem dump truck per hour, 100. Triaxle dump, 100. Flowboy trailer, 125. Dump trailer, 125. Number 4 bidder is Kirkenberger, and I'll give you that one too. I was going to leave you out there hanging to you, but I got it. Okay. The first section for the crush down, there's no bid. The per cubic yard of screen gravel, type 3, 725, type 4, 725. For the next section, no bids. For the section 620, bank and channel protection per ton, for the light stone filling is 725. And they put per yard, so there's an exception there. The next section, there's no bids for anything. And the next section after the aggregates per ton, no bids. It takes us down to the aggregates per yard. For crushed stone, no bids. For crushed gravel, no bids. For screen gravel, we have bid for number 1B sand of 725. And road sand of 725. There are no prices on the delivery per mile per ton or the trucks per hour. The next bidder is Parker Excavating. Okay, for type 1 per cubic yard, they have a price for type 4 of $11. For the screen gravel, type 1 $7, type 3 $7, type 4 $7. The next section, no bid. And we don't get bids through the aggregate per tons, the second from the last grouping. And it's just for screen gravel per yard for the road sand, $7. And there's no delivery rates applied here for the trucks per hour, nothing. So that completes our bid for them. Heroux Excavating, I'll give you the spelling on that too, Heroux. And we go to the first section under price per cubic yard for crushed stone. Type 4, $11, and the price per ton screen gravel, $10. Yeah, type 4. There's no bidding to the second from last section, which is aggregates per yard. On the crushed stone, the crusher run is $10. Under section, it's the second from last section, aggregates per yard, 703.
So there's 3 crusher runners.
Yeah, this is the crushed
The
stone.
first one,
First one, the
yes.
crushed stone per yard is $10. And we skipped, there's nothing with crushed gravel. And the screen gravel per yards, we have road sand of $7.25. Delivery required, there's the mileage distance, there's nothing for the ton, nothing for the yard. But the tandem dump truck is $80 per hour. Triaxle dump truck, $90 per hour. Flowboy, no bid. Dump trailer, $105. Rock body trailer, no bid. Our sixth bidder is Tri-City, and that's hyphenated, TRI-CITY. Our first section for the per cubic yard, crushed stone, no bid. For the screen gravel, for type 1, $8. Type 3, $8. Type 4, $8. For the next section, the crushed stone is no bid, but the screen gravel is type 1, $8. Type 3, $8. Type 4, $8. The next item, 620 bank, is no bid. The next section is aggregate per ton, 703. For the crushed stone, there's no bid. The crushed gravel, we have bids for every item. Number 1, $12.25. 1A, $12.75. Number 1, $12.23. Number 2, $12. Number 3, $12. 1B, $9.50. For the screen gravel per ton, every item is $5.50. That goes from number 1 to 1B. Our next section, the aggregate 703 per ton, and the crushed stone, crushed gravel, and screen gravel, there's no bid. Also, the second from last section, the aggregates per ton, no bid of the crushed stone, crushed gravel, screen gravel. There are delivery rates applied here. 0 to 5 is 50 cents. This is the ton. 6 to 15 miles, 50 cents per ton. 16 to 50 miles, 50 cents per ton. On the yards per mile, there's no bids on every item. Tandem dump truck, 85 per hour. Triaxle, 95. Flowboy trailer, 145. Dump trailer, 135. And rock body trailer, 120. Next bidder is Seward, SEWARD, sand and gravel. Potential flying hazard there, T. That could have came right at you. It was in there tough. Okay. The first section, there's no bid for the crushed stone or screen gravel. The next section, under crushed stone, only type 4 is bid, is $8.75. Under the screen gravel, type 1, $7.75. Type 3, $7.75. Type 4, $7.75. The next section, the bank and channel, there's no bid. The next section is crushed stone, there's no bid. For crushed gravel per ton, number 1 is no bid. Number 1A is 1050. Number 1, 1050. Number 2, 1050. 3, 1050. And 1B, $9. For the screen gravel, the number 1 is, excuse me, no bid. 1A, 975. 1, 9075. 2, 975. And 3, 975. There's no bid for the 1B wash sand. Our next section, under the crushed stone, there's no bid to the 3/4 crusher run, which is 875, 1 1/4, 875, 1 1/2, 875. Under the crushed gravel, there's no bid to the 3/4 crusher run, 875, 1 1/4, 875, 1 1/2, 875. Under the screen gravel, there's no bids to 1B sand, 775, and no bid to the road sand, which is $9, and the grit, $9, and there's a note that it's washed. The next section, there's no bid for any items. On the delivery per mile and per yard, there's no bids. The tandem dump truck is $90 per hour. The triaxle dump is $90. Flowboy is no bid. Dump trailer $110. And the rockboy trailer is no bid. Our next bidder is Cobleskill. Okay, for the first section of the crushed stone and screen gravel, there's no bid. Second section, under the crushed stone, type 1 through 4 is $8. The screen gravel, type 1 through 4 is $6.25. Type 2 is no bid because it's X'd out. Our next section is for the bank and channel protection per ton. Light stone, $12.75. Medium stone, $14.25. And heavy stone is $15.25. The next section is aggregates per ton, crushed stone per ton. Number 1, 10. Number 1A, 13. Number 1, 10. Number 2, 10. Number 3, 10. And 1B sand, 10. On the crushed gravel per ton, it's no bid. Screen gravel per bid, no ton. The next section is crushed stone per ton. 1ST, 10, 1A, 13, 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 1B sand, 10, 3/4 crusher run, 8, 1 1/4, 8, 1 1/2, 8. Road sand, no bid. Grit, no bid. Under crushed gravel per ton for that section and screen gravel per ton, there's no bid. For the second from last grouping, for the crushed stone, crushed gravel, and screen gravel, there's no bid. There are bids for the delivery, 0 to 5 mile, these are all per ton, 40 cents, 16 to 15, 40, 16 to 50, 40. Per yards per mile, there's no bid. We do have bid on all the trucks. $95 for the tandem. Triaxle, $95. Flowboy, $140. Dump trailer, $140. Rock body trailer, $150. There's another bid from Frank Krukenberger. We had him earlier, right? I don't know what this is, if it's a supplement or... We will open it. Number are we, 9? See if it matches up with the other one. Under the first item, just type 1 is, under the screen gravel, is $7.25 per yard. It is different? Okay. Can do that, no problem. Item number 2, for the crushed stone and screen gravel, there's no bids. The next item, the crushed stone per bid, there's no bids. Crushed gravel per bid, no bid. And we get down to the screen gravel per yard for the, just want to make sure I got the right item, $7.75 for the number 3. And the last, I think you missed some pages here. Yeah, I just deleted some pages, I'm sorry. So let's make sure we're on the right page here. This is the second from last. Yeah. No, it's not the 1B sand, it's the number 3. Is that right? Am I wrong on that? Alright. So we skipped a couple pages. So when we go right to the delivery, per mile, per ton per mile, no bid. Per yard per mile, no bid. For the tandem dump truck, $100. Our next bidder is Burrell's Excavating, BURRELL''S. Getting tired, T? What number are we? 10. Let me look for this here again, because there's two type bids here. If this is a copy or just different plants. Let's just go with A here, Burrell's A, till we figure it out. For the first section, for the crushed stone, from type 1 to type 4 is $14. For the screen gravel is $5. The next item, no bid for the crushed stone or screen gravel. The next item for the light stone filling medium, no bid. Next item, no bid. Next item, no bid. For the second from last grouping, crushed stone, for 1, 1A and 1, there's no bid. For 2, $14. For 3, $14. 1B sand, $5.50. Number 1 and 1A and 1 is not bid. 2 is 14. 3 is 14. 1B sand, $5.50. 3/4 crusher run, 11. 1 1/4 crusher run, 11. 1 1/2, 11. Road sand, $5.50. The grit is not available. For the crushed gravel per yard, there are no bid until the 1.5 crusher run, and that's $8. That's the only one bid in that section. For the screen gravel, there's no bid for any of them. And there's no bid on the delivery request per ton, per mile, or per hour. I think he just gave different plans. I'm just checking that. Make sure. They're looking at it's field. Yeah, this is just a different plant. So under type 1 is 14 again. Type 1 to type 4, 14 for price per cubic yard. Screen gravel, type. Okay. This is Burrell's still. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. It's just he's quoting different plants, so. But I think it's pretty much the same pricing along here. Type 1, $14. This is under crushed stone. Type 2 and 3 and 4 are all $14. The next grouping is screen gravel. Type 1 is 5. Type 3 is 5. Type 4 is 5. The next section, there's no bids. The light stone, medium, and heavy stone, no bid. No bid for the next item. And for the next item, for every item, crushed stone, gravel, and ton, nothing. For the aggregates, the second from last section, the crushed stone. First 3 items, 1 ST, 1A, and 1 is no bid. Number 2 is 14. Number 3 is 14. 1B is $5.50. 3/4, $11. 1 1/4, 11. 1 1/2, 11. Road sand, $5.50. Grit, not available. Yeah, there's different plants, but he just wanted different bids. No problem. Yeah. There might be some differences. I doubt it. And under crushed gravel, it's 1 1/2 is $8. Screen gravel, there's no bid, and there's no bid for delivery. Tons per mile, yards per mile, or trucking prices, rental prices, excuse me. And I believe this is the last bid, T. It is Hanson. Double-sided this on here. Okay, for the first section, crushed stone and screen sale, no bid. For next section, it is for the crushed stone for items number 1 through type 4, $9.25. Screen is no bid. For the light stone filling, $16.75. Medium, $19.50. Heavy, $21. The next section is just crushed stone. It's $12.75, $15.25, $13.50, $13.50, $13.50, and $13.75. Under crushed gravel and screen gravel, there's no bid. The next section, we only have bids under crushed stone. $12.75, 1525, 1350, 1350, 1350. The 1B is 1375. 3/4 crusher run is no bid. 1 1/4 is 925. 1 1/2 is 925. Road salt and grit are no bids. No bids in the gravel section, and in the screen gravel, no bids. The next section, crushed stone, crushed gravel, and screen gravel, there's no bids. We do have some delivery. The tons per mile, 0 to 5, 40, 16 to 50, 30, 16 to 50, 30. The yards per mile, we have no bids. And we have no bids on the trucks, the tandem, triaxle, flowboy, dump, or rock hauling. There's a note, there's a 0 to 5 miles, $2 minimum. That concludes our bidding today for sand, stone, sand, and gravel for